King Louis XIV of France, known as the Sun King, loved being the center of attention. He built a luxurious court and ensured that no one could outshine him. Nicolas Fouquet was Louis XIV's finance minister. He loved lavish parties, beautiful women, and poetry. Though he was very important to the king, his extravagant lifestyle would soon lead to trouble. In 1661, Prime Minister Jules Mazarin died, leaving a significant power vacuum. Fouquet expected to be named as Mazarin's successor. However, to his surprise, Louis XIV decided to abolish the position entirely. Fouquet started to sense that he was falling out of favor with the king, and knew he had to act quickly to secure his place. Imagine you are Nicolas Fouquet. You need to regain the king's favor and secure your future. Now, you have the power to decide his next move. What should he do? If you choose option 1, you would host an extravagant party to show your loyalty and wealth, hoping to win back the king's favor by displaying your dedication and resource. If you choose option 2, you would supporting the king's projects and showing your loyalty through hard work and dedication without drawing too much attention to yourself. Take 10 seconds to think about your choice and comment below which option you would choose. If you choose to throw a party like Nicolas Fouquet, let's see what happens next. The party is held to celebrate the completion of his magnificent chateau, Vaux-le-Vicomte. Nicolas Fouquet invites the most brilliant nobility of Europe and some of the greatest minds of the time, including La Fontaine, La Rochefoucauld, and Madame de Sévigné. Molière is commissioned to write and perform a play for the event. The evening starts with an extravagant 7-course dinner featuring exotic foods from the Orient and new dishes created just for the night. The meal is accompanied by beautiful music commissioned by you to honor the king. After dinner, guests are treated to a grand promenade through the chateau's magnificent gardens, designed to awe and inspire, serving as inspiration for the gardens of Versailles. As the night goes on, King Louis XIV starts feeling jealous. Every lavish detail and every appreciative smile from the guests directed at Nicolas makes the king feel overshadowed. What was meant to be a tribute to the king instead feels like a showcase of his wealth and power. The next day, Fouquet is arrested by the king's head musketeer, D'Artagnan. He is charged with embezzling funds, accusations that are mostly true but were done with the king's permission. Fouquet is found guilty and sent to a remote prison in the Pyrenees Mountains, where he spends the last 20 years of his life in solitary confinement. If Nicolas decides to support the king's projects quietly, showing loyalty without drawing too much attention, his discreet loyalty and hard work are appreciated, allowing him to stay in the king's good graces without overshadowing him. Choosing to support the king's projects quietly, Fouquet's loyalty is recognized. He is eventually appointed prime minister, securing his position and continuing to serve the king without threatening his authority. Nicolas Fouquet's choice to throw a grand party led to his downfall. The lesson here is clear: never outshine the master. Fouquet's attempts to impress King Louis XIV backfired, making him seem like a threat instead of a loyal servant. Now let's see how another historical figure used this lesson in a different way. In the early 1600s, Galileo Galilei, an Italian astronomer and mathematician, faced similar challenges. He relied on powerful patrons to support his research. However, unlike Fouquet, Galileo found a way to gain favor without outshining his supporters. His smart approach helped him secure his position and advance his scientific discoveries. Galileo Galilei was a brilliant scientist who made many important discoveries. He depended on the support of wealthy and powerful patrons to fund his work. Galileo often gave his discoveries as gifts to different patrons, hoping for their support. Despite his incredible findings, he usually received gifts instead of money, leaving him in a constant state of insecurity. In 1610, Galileo discovered the moons of Jupiter. Instead of dividing this discovery among several patrons, he decided to focus on just one powerful family, the Medicis. Galileo chose the Medicis for a reason. The Medici family had adopted Jupiter, the king of the gods, as their symbol. By naming his discovery the Medicean stars, Galileo linked his findings to their symbol of power. This clever move aligned his work with the Medicis' identity, making his discovery more significant to them. Galileo's strategy worked. By focusing his attention and dedication on the Medicis and not trying to impress multiple patrons, he secured their lasting support. This allowed him to continue his research with more stability and less dependency. The stories of Nicolas Fouquet and Galileo Galilei both illustrate the critical importance of never outshining the master. Fouquet's downfall came from his desire to impress and outshine King Louis XIV, leading to jealousy and his ultimate arrest. On the other hand, Galileo's strategic alignment with the powerful Medici family showed a positive application of the same law. By connecting his discoveries to their symbol, he secured their favor and support, ensuring his continued success and security. Understanding and applying the principle of never outshining the master can be crucial in real life. Here's how you can use this lesson. Understand your environment. Identify who holds power in your workplace or social circle and observe what they value. For example, if your boss values innovation, focus on how your ideas can support their vision without taking too much credit. Be modest and supportive. Acknowledge their achievements and support their goals without competing with them. If you're working on a project, highlight how your work complements and enhances the efforts of your leaders rather than overshadowing them. Choose your moments wisely. Avoid unnecessary showmanship. Share credit and align your work with their goals. For instance, if you've achieved something significant, emphasize how it contributes to the team's or company's success. Build strategic alliances. Seek advice and support from those in power, and show how your work contributes to their success. This can involve asking for feedback from senior colleagues and integrating their suggestions into your work. Manage your image. Maintain a professional and humble image, avoiding actions that might make others feel threatened. Keep interactions respectful and focused on collaboration rather than competition. By applying these strategies, you can build strong, positive relationships with those in power and advance your own position without causing unnecessary conflict.